Welcome to episode 83 of Sorry for the Delay. I'm your editor, Mia. This week, the boys have a podcast first, an episode filmed into a new day. Super late night pod, anyone? They ask CHAT G.P.T what it means to be human, as well as common wishes people have. Spoilers, it's money. Sean tells a childhood trauma story, while Joshua talks about getting poison oak on his twig and berries. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sorry for the Delay. We are your hosts. My name is Sean. This is Joshua. And Joshua, just like every week, how are you doing today?
Depending on when you're listening to this, it may be 30 p.m. for us right now, or maybe it'll be 6:30 in the morning for you. Who knows when you'll be listening to this? I'm a little sleepy, but I feel like the energy is gonna pop up at some point because we're gonna talk about some shit today, and who knows? I just might get my blood going, might get your blood going, and we're gonna find out.
Yeah, kinky. Yeah. Joshua, this is my fault 100% on this one. I apologize. Thank you, though, for being here with me. And thank you to everybody listening and watching as we make it through what is probably going to be the latest episode of Sorry for the Delay ever to be recorded. It is going to go into a new day, which is going to be interesting to think about.
True.
We're about to time travel in more ways than one. So it's kind of exciting, but also at the same time, yes, we are both very tired. But with that being said, Joshua, what is in your cup this week? What are you drinking on this evening?
Well, I mean, when I started this like 2 hours
Joshua's
ago,
been waiting for
or
me
whatever,
for a while.
for a little bit. It's fine though, man, because I got off work early today, so I had a beverage earlier today. But since it's gotten to the hour it has, all I have left in my cup is just the ice from my drink. So, sorry, everybody. I've never came on the show and said I'm just drinking ice.
I'm just drinking ice.
That's what this is. This is ice in my cup, and I gotta say, it's some pretty good ice. Cheers, buddy.
Right, well,
yeah, that's what I got.
If it's good ice, then ain't nobody complaining.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
nice. I am drinking Incline Tropics. Love this one.
Okay.
Love this cider. It's delicious. I have two of them. One's unopened and one is inside my cup right now. So cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Delicious. I love it.
Yeah, buddy.
Guava.
Is that the flavor? It's guava. We're sipping on guava tonight.
Yeah. Heavy guava, and heavy pineapple flavor, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I love
pineapple. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's delicious.
Yeah, so go well with the Bucanas, I'm sure.
Yeah. Joshua, let's do some housekeeping while I still got you here.
Okay.
Head on over to the housekeeping corner. Here we go. There it is. Sorry for the delayed out live. You can see this episode and its entirety, plus a transcript. So if you want to read a novel, like I said last week, there are people who are into that, buddy. So those people, head on over to Sorry for the delayed out live. Check this shit out. This is the OG shirt. The final one. I said that last week, but technically this is the final one in the OG collection. I don't think of it as the final one because people have seen me in this shirt, except this one was actually printed by the provider. So this is, sorry for the delay. It's nice. It looks good on camera. It's soft. Shirt's supple. My tummy feels nice. It's fun.
It's good fabric. That's what you're saying.
Good fabric.
It feels nice against the skin.
Fabric. Yeah.
You could sleep in it. That's how comfortable it is.
I have slept in it. It's wonderful. What else do I got in the housekeeping? There was something else. You may have noticed or may have not noticed a change in camera quality. Joshua and I did get new cameras. This is the first episode we are premiering them. So if it looks good, cool, everything worked out. If some stuff is janky, we'll figure it out next week. This is kind of a rushed episode, so we didn't really put the time and effort to getting it 100% correct. And if you didn't notice anything, then I've done my job and everything's good. Mia, congratulations. So
I mean, I feel like we're not sponsored in any way by them, but Ozbot is the new cameras that we got. And
Ozbot. Ozbot Tiny Light.
Ozbot Tiny Light. So I feel like maybe we should do a review at some point. We could just hop on that tech train and do a review because I just want to say I wasn't filming, but I was having a lot of fun with this camera, setting it up. And there is a shit ton of features in this camera that can make this face, it paying homage to Selfie Day. If you guys missed last week's episode, I did a little Selfie Day, a World Selfie Day, I think it was called. But the camera we're using can legitimately make you look like anything you want, basically. So maybe I'll have some fun with that at some point, but this is a pretty cool camera, shooting in 4K, I think, like Sean said. So maybe we'll do a review at some point, but it's a pretty cool camera.
Yeah, for sure. Other than that, I don't think there's any more to the housekeeping. We're still working on the merch, like I said last week, trying to get the back end of that corrected and hopefully fixed so everything can go smoothly for the launch event. So we're still working on that. But yeah, sorry for the delayed out live. Check out this episode, everything. I think that's enough housekeeping, buddy. Let's get into some topics. What do you got?
No, we got some sticky topics today. I mean, I don't know if they're really sticky, but I wanted to have a little bit of fun with chat. Okay? Because a lot of us are missing out on, finding information and just things, and so this episode is going to take us down the rainbow road of chat, I think. A variety of topics here. So, yeah, here we go. All the type of flavors here with this.
Wow. Okay. This is when you know Joshua had too much time to think.
Yes.
So the first topic on the list is World Wish Day.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
This one's interesting to me. This next one is called Being Human.
Okay.
All right. Cool. The one after that is your first memory.
I think it's supposed to be your, but yeah, I think
your first memory. Is that correct?
Yeah, your first. Yeah, because I left out the S. Yeah.
All right. The next one is device detox. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. I like these.
We'll get into this.
I'm ready for them.
Okay, Sean. Because today, on April 29th, episode 83. Today is actually World Wish Day, believe it or not. So
World Wish Day.
Yes. So take a moment to think about what you would wish for, because this is going to be a 2-part kind of section that I got going on here. And hopefully I'm not sleepy enough I can get this shit out. So what I decided to do on World Wish Day is I decided to ask chat, what do most people wish for when it comes to just life? What do most people wish for? Okay. So I had to ask CHAT G.P.T, what do we humans ask it? Like, what are we asking? What are we doing here?
Yeah. What do we want?
What do we want? Us humans, what do we want? And chat is about to tell us and the listeners, if you're watching, what it thinks or what is, what comes from this. So the first one that chat busted out was love and relationships. People wish for that.
I called it.
Health,
okay.
Wealth or financial security, happiness or inner peace, success or fulfillment, and second chances.
Whoa.
Okay.
So that last one's kind of deep.
Yeah. So let that kind of like sink in a little bit, that this is what, according to chat, is what all us humans are, wishing for. That's what it's saying.
Okay.
So, but before, Sean, I ask you what your
what my wish is?
what your wish is, because again, this is like a 2-part. I want you to think hard about this. What if, because chat's gathering all this information, what if this is the first step towards chat figuring out how to get rid of people?
By knowing what they want?
Exactly.
Like wishes?
Like knowing what we want.
What?
Like,
so, like, are we going to have like a situation where they're going to simulate what we want and then just murder us?
Yes.
Like,
or just take it away
put
from
into,
us.
like a dream state?
Or just take it away from us.
Oh. So then how would you take away a second chance?
You never got the first one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you never got you don't even get the second. You can't even get the first chance.
The first fucking chance, right? You never got it.
Oh, shit. Okay. I see the idea here. I see what you're saying. Okay. Curious. So then I would have to wish for something that I would want chat to take away. So sickness.
Okay.
My wish would be sickness. Because then
like
chat would
you're going against the algorithm. Like I wish to be sick.
Yes. I wish to
never
be
gonna
sick.
happen.
So chat would take it away from me.
I mean, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think if you just start wishing for things that you didn't want, that the algorithm could eventually just take those things away. If that's, eventually the AI, if it wants to take over humans, like maybe that's the thing you got to do to it is you got to trick it, that way.
Yeah, see?
I guess
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I guess that's one thing that you could do. Yeah. So I guess in reality, in the real world, the real scheme of things, like are you wishing for any of those? Like wealth or happiness? Like does any of you as a human, like
the usual ones, right? Wealth, like that would be obvious, to have like the ability to not have to worry about anything when it comes to like goods and stuff like that, services, like being able to pay off whatever you wanted. Like that's always fun. That's always like something amazing, right? And then good health. Who doesn't want good health?
That's true.
Everybody wants to live a long, healthy life. So yeah, good health would be one I'd choose on there for sure. I think we missed one though. I can see it right here on my screen. It says bigger cock. Bigger dick is on there for sure. So there's that. But yeah, there's a few things I would wish for on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you wishing for?
Honestly, I think health is probably the best one because I think if you're healthy, you're probably a better lover. You're probably better in your relationships just because you're thinking more clear. You're healthy. You're not worried about just, fuck, am I going to die tomorrow? Because I think a lot of people nowadays just kind of are kind of worried that, health-wise, shit can just happen to them. So why love somebody? Why foster good relationships with anybody? There's no reason. I'm just not going to be around. Why? Just why? So I think probably health is a good one. And then we all need money, right? We all need some kind of goods to exchange, some kind of currency. And I don't have chickens, so I'm not slinging eggs. I don't have
these backdoor eggs.
Yeah, I don't have like a field of just cattle. I can't just start chopping off, start cooking up lengua and shit and just start doing, you know what I mean? And selling steaks. Just like it's not in my repertoire. I don't have it, But yeah, I think financially probably would come second after health.
Health.
And second chances, like I said, just don't fuck up the first time, and then you don't need a second chance. So I probably wouldn't. The second chance thing is, but I get it. I get why people ask for second chances. But
yeah,
like officer, I wouldn't have ran that red light. Just give me a second chance. But it's bullshit. You're gonna run the red light again. Just get your ticket.
It's like alcoholics, right? People who get DUIs, and then the officer goes, well, I mean, if I let them go this time, they always just come back. And they always come back. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, I got pulled over that one time, but, so I got a second chance.
Speaking of that, Joshua, speaking of second chances and getting pulled over, hey, do you have an update on your ticket situation?
Oh, shit.
What happened with that?
No, so what's kind of funny about that right there? This could be a second chance on that one. So apparently the court date falls on Memorial Day weekend to appeal this. And, I guess officers have to show up, if you appeal the ticket. Like, I don't understand it 100%, but we'd like to think that if they don't show up, because they're probably going to be out doing the Memorial Day weekend thing, you might just get out the ticket.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So
that'd be nice.
Knock
on some wood for that one.
But the whole thing is we didn't break the law anyway, so we should have never got a ticket in the first place. So there's, again, we didn't need the second chance. It's fucking bullshit.
you're innocent till proven guilty.
Right.
So they got to prove that you're guilty. I want to see that dash cam footage of the officer
I know.
seeing you run this. If there's footage of it happening, then you know what? I'll pay the ticket. But if there's not, your word against mine. Prove it. Show me.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Because I think it's like $277. So that would have to.
That's
yeah.
That's a dishwasher, right?
Oh
there,
shit! No.
That's a
I was looking at it.
You like that segue? How is the dishwasher going this week? How's that? What happened there?
So I'm still washing dishes by hand. If you heard the last week's episode, my dishwasher broke, which kind of sucked. So I'm back to washing by hands, but it's cool, man. I mean, my hands feel cleaner, I guess. My nails seem to be growing faster.
You're like a doctor.
Things are very sterile around here these days.
Nice.
So I think it's a win-win. But having a dishwasher is so convenient. I mean,
yeah. Honestly, it really is. It truly is a convenience, which is really nice when you don't as soon as you lose that ability and you realize how much dishes you create throughout a week, it is very noticeable.
Yeah, and small tangent, having broke this thing, or it just broke on its own, I realize how many times I just use a different piece of silverware. There's like 4 butter knives. Yeah. I use different butter knives for everything, or a different spoon, and I'm like, dude, why is there already 4 spoons in there? Because I just use a different spoon for everything.
This is my chicken spoon, and this is my cereal spoon.
It's like, dude, come on, man. Like when you go camping, all you do is just take the one spoon, the one fork. I kind of have to just feel like I'm camping in my own house. I shouldn't have to feel that way, but yeah.
I mean, I don't want to admit this, but I'm going to admit it on cam. We use paper plates a lot because dishes, right? And I hate dishes, but yes, paper plates are fucking a waste, right? But I whenever I cook things, I'm always using paper plates for something, kind of like utensils, right? It'll be like, okay, here's my paper plate for the chicken that I'm about to marinate or season, and then it'll be like, well, now I need a paper plate for the spoons that I'm going to set down on the counter, or now I need a paper plate for just something, right? And so your talk about spoons and utensils, yes, I use paper plates as utensils all the time, so I get it, and I go through paper plates like crazy, which I know is bad. I apologize.
Yeah, but people listen and do the same thing too. I mean, it's again convenient, so you don't have to wash. I mean, what's worse, using all that water to wash the dishes or just throwing away the plates? I don't know.
Right. Where's the balance? Where's the balance? Yeah. So who knows? Not with us. I'll tell you that right now. Not with us.
Yeah. So that was a fun little thing with chat. I challenge people, not challenge, but just if you haven't played with CHAT G.P.T, have some fun with it, because you could just ask it some things that you've just been curious about and just see what kind of responses you get. And if you can reflect as a human to what it's actually saying, if you can relate to the answers it's giving you, because it's pretty interesting. Which brings us to our next topic.
That was a good segue. Now look at you. Late night, you're getting the segues right on. Let's go. Next one. Being human.
Being
buddy.
human, man. Okay, so being human, what does it mean to be human to you? I want you to just think about 3 things. Okay. Yeah. 3 things while I ramble off what chat told me what being human is to chat. Okay. So here are 3 things according to...
You want me to think of a joke answer? Or do you want my real
answer?
No,
you do whatever you want. I mean, being human is actually being funny. So you build up to, you can be funny too.
I guess I'm human.
Wait, humor is not even in here, so that kind of fucking sucks. Well, I think they were going for real answers here for chat. Got it. So the 3 things that make us human, according to chat, connecting with others, which means relationships, love, empathy, and shared vulnerabilities. I guess. Okay. They're kind of spot on with that, chat. Number 2, creative expression or purposeful work.
creative expression, or so like art.
Yeah, so
like
making
arts kind of
something, telling a story,
Yeah, like
making
this
a meal, painting.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So this is, I
Okay.
guess, this is
Sorry for the delayed out live.
a human thing right here. And the third thing was experiencing emotions or just being aware altogether is what it means.
Oh, okay,
what
like
makes
consciousness.
us human. Correct. Yeah, consciousness.
Consciousness.
Yes.
I can speak.
So,
Okay, cool.
I mean, for you, what does it mean to be human?
Human?
It's just again a thought experiment. Like, what does it mean to the listener? What does it mean for you in your everyday life just to be human?
I think I kind of agree with the empathy one on this. Like being able to grow a bond with people or animals, even, nature, whatever, just being able to grow bonds like that. I think that is pretty human, to feel empathy. Also, just having a big old dick, buddy. Just a huge wang. That's human. That's pretty fucking
Something that
human.
weighs you down. It's like a boat anchor.
Something that weighs you
fucking
down
thing
every
just
day,
keeps you on land, because you just
keep you going.
go in water, you sink to the bottom of the pool, kind of fucking thing.
That kind of fucking thing, bro. I also think that like animal, like I want to say like being human is being able to like control your like animalistic thoughts, because like what's the difference between us and like a chimpanzee, right? Like we're able to like control these thoughts and make these tools and like have this consciousness, right? I don't know. I think that's kind of more along the lines of what I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause like a pig, right? A pig isn't a person, but a pig, you look into its eyes and you're like, maybe there's something going on there, because they're like their brains are like pretty close to our brains, which is really weird. So I don't know. Maybe pigs are humans. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just like, you've got me in this thought sense. So I'm like, huh.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, what does it mean? Like, I think being human is just being able to like have the imagination, being creative, kind of like what we're doing on this podcast here. Just the ability to just be creative, be yourself, and just be genuine. And to be able to love something and have people love you for who you are. I think that's part of also being human. And at the same time, I think being human is being able to be like creative, like pieces of artwork and music and all that. That's so expressive. So I just don't know if like chat or something that's artificial can really express. Like, I don't know if the emotion can really be there in something if you're just not, there's no human element to it. Like making a baby, right? Like fucking making a baby. You got to be human to make a baby. You know what I mean?
Do you though?
Like
we have talked about AI and loving. Like maybe one day, because they already have like that artificial insemination, right? Yeah. Maybe all it takes is just making that into an android body, That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where we go in these next, 30 years, 25 years, when we're just all like super gray and old and just kind of looking around at everything just change, and are we still going to be human then? So what is it?
I mean, when you're half, what is it? Made of metal, because you lost both your legs in a ferocious podcasting accident, and I had to make the choice to either keep your top half alive or your bottom half alive, and I decided to keep your top half because I needed that portion, and nobody sees the bottom half of you. Then we'll know. We'll ask you that question again 25 years later down the road. Are you still human, even though you're bionic?
Be an interesting thing just to do a quick Google search. Somebody else can do. I'm not gonna do it right now. It's too late for this shit. We're almost into another day. This is another day problem. I wonder how many people have just like been podcasting and just did some shit as a part of their like gimmick or background that actually caused them to lose their lives. I've seen people light fireworks. This is the reason I say this, because I've seen people light fireworks off in the background. I've seen some people do some shit on their podcasts, and I wonder if anybody has like
I'm
done anything
certain.
that they just died, you know, just caused them to lose a fucking, like you're saying, just lost an eye or some shit.
Yeah, I am 100% certain that they did. You know what? Next week we'll research it. We'll find out, because I also want to talk about next week the mirrors thing that we were talking about, the pictures as like different dimensions. I don't know. I said mirrors. I
mirrors
was just thinking black
can
mirror.
be another dimension.
I was like, that's what I'm saying.
Reflection.
I think we'll talk about it next week. Actually, we will talk about it next week. I'm saying that right now.
Put it down.
Because we'll talk about it. Yeah, we're putting that shit down. But do you want to move on to the next topic? Or do you want me to get into the AI song?
No, dude. That's we get. Oh wait. I'm kind of. Wait. Let's talk about the song first. So the song that you were about to play, give me a little where it came from, because this again being human. Where what inspired this?
Did you listen to the song already?
No, I haven't heard the song. I haven't.
Okay, you haven't heard the song. Okay, all right. Well, then you're in for a treat. Because this song, Joshua, I alluded to it. I specifically tried to go onto this tangent because I wanted to talk about it. Pigs, Joshua. Pigs is the topic on this song.
Okay.
Now, listen, you've been asking me to do something like this for a little while now, and I just couldn't do it. And then this week, I was having writer's block. Like, I wrote some lyrics out for a song, like me specifically wrote lyrics out for a song. And I was running it through the Sono program and like getting something, and I wasn't happy with it. And I was like, this just fucking sucks. And maybe I'll play it next week. And like, you know, I just wasn't happy with what I was creating with that. And then I was just like, you know what? Joshua's wanting me to do something like this. Like, let's just have chat go all in and just give me something. So I gave it the prompt with the quote, "I got the pig." Okay? So this is what being human is about. Being able to create something or being able to empathize with something, right? Like we just said in that last topic. So Joshua, let me share my screen with you and for the people watching. And if you're listening, feel free to keep on listening, but head on over to sorryforthedelay.live/AI radio, and you can hear this song in its entirety. We're not going to listen to all of it. We'll do about half the song. But Joshua, this one's for you. This one's called "Got the Pig." Here we go.
Go.
I love my pig. Yeah. The pig. She's not a chicken or a dog or a cow or a horse. She's the pig. We could have had a cow, but we got the pig. We could have had a dog, but we got the pig. We could have had a chicken, but we got the pig. We could have had a horse, but we got the pig. The pig. The pig. We got the pig. The pig. You can hold a chicken, but you can't hold a cow. You can hold a chicken, but you can't hold a dog. You can hold a chicken, but you can't hold a horse. You can hold a chicken, but you can't hold a pig. The pig. The pig.
right, Joshua, there you go. How did you feel about that song this week?
Damn. I mean, I like you said,
You awake now?
I didn't know
you feel
what to
good?
expect, but holy shit, did I need that? That was a good one, man. That was a good one. I like that. I mean,
so Joshua's been asking me to do a comedic song.
Mm-hmm.
He's been sending me all these like songs around that kind of that idea, right?
I think did I say like 5 different like because
you sent me 5 different songs.
Like, cause what happens is it starts landing in my feed, and then I'm like, I think Sean will like this, and I think are just having fun with it. Not that maybe you'll like it or not, but just like what happens, as everybody knows, as soon as you start sending things, it just starts recommending more and more and more, and then the person you're sending it to just shut the fuck up already. Like, stop sending me. I get it. Your algorithm's broken now. You've done this. But yeah, I sent Sean a lot of that kind of shit.
Yeah, it was the best cure for my writer's block, and then that was so I did 4 attempts at that song, and that was the first attempt. And I couldn't stop listening to it. And it's so just, you are going to be humming that later on today.
Yeah.
We've got the pig.
I can just see myself at work right now, just doing that. Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah. We got the pig. And everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I can see that. That was a good one, though. Yeah. Good job. Right. I'm glad I was able to inspire you, and hopefully some of the listeners, some of the watchers you're just been inspired, and you just make some other fun song like that you can share with your friends.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking fun.
Creativity, buddy. Buddy, let's move on. Your first memory, right?
Your first. I know. I totally spelled it fucking wrong. Like I could probably fix it right. FIRST. I think there's an S in there, right?
Yeah, there's supposed to be an S in there.
There you go.
Your first.
See?
Hey, it's fixed. Wow, like nothing ever happened.
Your first memory, right there. There you go. Clearly, my first one is didn't know how to spell. The second one, I figured, so I got a second chance at this shit.
There you go. It's all full circle. This episode just full of circles, closing the loops on a lot of topics we got. So what you got?
So for your first memory, all right. So if you're listening to this, because I started thinking about this as what is the first real memory I have? Like, if you close your eyes, if you sit there in the dark, or you're on the beach, or wherever you want to kind of just put yourself to try to have this thought. I wanted to ask you, Sean, do you have a place or like a time, or maybe it was a holiday that is actually one of the your first memories? Like, how far, how old are you? You know what I mean? Like, how far can you go back for this first memory? Like, you going back to elementary? How far do you think you can go back with your first memory?
So first of all, let me say something on this. My memories, right? Everybody has memories, right? Oh, no shit. But I feel like my memories, my way back memories, are tainted by photos. And what I mean by that is, sometimes I'll see a photo that happened way back then, and then I'll go, I don't remember that. I don't remember being in that place. But because I've seen that photo, my mind creates a memory, right? And I think there's something to that. I think there's something legitimate to that. And so I have 2 memories, and I will call the first one I'm going to tell you the quote unquote imagined memory, and then the second memory I have is a legitimate memory. So the first one I have is Disneyland, riding Dumbo with my dad. That is the memory that was imagined because I've seen it in a photograph, right? And so my mind created that memory for me after seeing that photo. So I have that memory, which is cool, right? It's fun to think about, but I don't remember ever being there, and I don't ever remember taking that photo. The actual memory I have is, it's kind of funny. It's a Christmas memory I have, and it was at my grandparents' house on my dad's side, and it was We were opening presents, and I was given this huge fucking box, right? Big ass box. I'm talking like maybe, I kid you not, like 5 feet by like 6 feet box. And when I opened the box, it was a bunch of pro wrestler figurines, right? At the time, still, I mean now, whatever. At the time, I didn't care for pro wrestlers. And so I was just so emotional that I just started bawling like a little bitch and getting upset that this wasn't what I wanted, even though I had no idea what I wanted, but just having like the imagination to think that this box could be anything that I wanted. And then when I opened it to realize that it wasn't anything I wanted, like I couldn't process those emotions. So I just fucking broke down and like had a tantrum. But that is like the oldest memory I still have. Because then after everything after that point is like I was older, and I was probably like 5 or probably like 4 or 5 when I had that memory. Because everything after that is about like, I don't know, I was like 8, 9 years old. And then that Dumbo memory, I was like 2 or 3 years old when I had that imagined memory. So like, does that make me not human because my memories are imagined? You know, like, am I an alien? You know?
Well, I think that there's a
Weird
nice
thing about
play on words there. You're kind of hinting at it, but that's what they call it, a photographic memory.
Yeah, there you go. Sure.
Photographic.
What about you?
Memory.
I'm curious. What is your first memory, Joshua? I mean, you've been around since the dinosaurs and the second coming of Christ. So, like,
Yeah, there's some dirt
what's
that's jealous of me. There's dirt just going, dude, just go away already. Like, I want to be older than you at some point. Come on, bro.
So what is your first memory?
I mean, I think it's kind of sad to say, but I think most of my first memories are just completely trauma related. I'm not gonna lie. I think most of them,
Okay. Shit.
Because
Would you like to share one?
like nobody remembers anything more than like some fucking trauma they had in their life, right? Like, sure, I've had some good ones, but the good ones are like kind of hazy because I'm all happy and I'm just like, yeah, you know. But when you get like punched in the face or thrown across a room or some shit, like kind of sticks with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I get it.
but I won't tell any punch in the face stories or thrown across the room because we could leave that for many episodes later when we really dive into our trauma. But
The trauma episode. I can't wait for that
the
one.
trauma
Episode 96, the trauma episode.
It'll just be all about trauma. that episode. But it's funny because I do have a memory back in elementary school when we used to have it was a physical fitness event or a physical fitness award. There was this thing that the school did depending on how old you were. You had to run a mile, you had to do sit-ups, you had to do push-ups, you had to do pull-ups. It was like a physical fitness challenge. I don't know if you remember the thing. It was called a sit and reach. Did you guys ever have to do that thing? It's like a box they put in front of you where you have to like lean forward and stretch your arms out, and there's like lines on it that's like,
You know, vaguely.
yeah,
I remember having to do suicides, which is the thing where you go back and forth.
oh, okay, like on a basketball court,
to the sound.
Oh,
Right.
okay,
It's like those things. It's like a beep, and the beep will get faster.
Yeah.
And you have to like run consistently. That's what I remember. But yeah, I don't remember the box.
yeah. So I didn't do that, but I remember there was a part of the challenge depending on how old you were. You had to run a mile, and I remember just crushing the time on the mile. I think I'm probably exaggerating, but I think I ran like a 5. It was like a 5 minute and like 30 seconds or almost like 6 minute mile as like a kid.
Damn.
Yeah. I used to run every fucking where. Like, you try to catch me, it was basically impossible because I climbed trees, I jumped fences, I could run barefooted. Like, you weren't going to catch me. I was a maniac. So you put me in a field and you tell me to run around in circles a bunch of times. It's like I'm having a great time. So No end in sight.
Don't you wish you had that same aspect now, buddy?
Yeah, like I could do it, but I'll probably die. So I just remember doing these physical fitness events as a kid and never getting like tired. But when I reached the one for the mile, I remember at the very end of it just puking my guts out. Like, and this is elementary school. I got through the finish line. They click they tell you where your time is. And I just remember just throwing up all, like, whatever lunch was, whatever breakfast was, and just throwing up, and just literally food's coming out of my mouth. And I'm going, well, it's my time. Like, wipe your mouth, kid. You freaking just threw up everywhere. And I'm like, what's my time? So I was,
Kimberly is covered in throw up. Go clean yourself up.
Yeah, like, because I was so competitive, as a kid, and as an adult, I'm kind of that way too. But I know my limits now. But that's, when it comes to like remembering things, I just remember that's one of the ones that stands out. Is just I remember throwing up everywhere after I ran that, and people were just like looking at me like, what's wrong with this kid? And I'm just all excited. I just ran like a 6-minute mile or whatever the hell it was. And just to say, I got the presidential physical fitness award when I was like, it was like 4th or 5th grade. So that was like the highest achievement one you could get. I got a plaque. I still have that shit. I don't even know why. Fucking a grown man, I still have that thing. But every time I look at it, I go,
that's going to be your next fun find.
I just crushed it as a kid. It was traumatizing. But that and a whole bunch of other things as a kid, like falling down and just getting poison oak all over my nuts. I got all kinds of things I remember like that.
Wait, what? Did I just miss that? What?
Hey, you never got poison oak on your balls?
Okay.
Has that ever happened to you?
Not once. Nor do I want to.
You never picked up that stick, like down in a river or a creek somewhere, go and start playing with it, and then touch your freaking little, twig and berries. Wait. And just
wait. Hang on. What?
No.
Wait. First of all, I have 2 questions. One, why did you pick up this stick? Well, like, it was just like cool stick, bro. Yeah. Nice. And then 2, why did you touch your twig and berries after picking up the stick? Did that stick really get you going? Or
well, growing up, I lived next to like a creek, and we used to go down there. We used to like skip rocks and build dams and just basically be adventurous, right? And as a kid, you're not assessing things like, okay, that's poison ivy, that's poison oak, that's an oak tree. Like, you just see green and leaves and sticks, right? So you're just going around just grabbing fucking things, exploring. So yeah, I grabbed some sticks, whack, and the next thing you know, you're down in the creek as one would do. You just whip out the freaking old twig and berries, you start pissing on a tree, just exploring your manhood. You're just kind of I'm gonna pee on a tree. People pee on trees outside. Yeah. And next thing you know, a day later, the thing swelled up to a grapefruit, and I'm like, "What's going on here?"
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wait, what was that conversation like with the family?
It was impressive at first. It was like he's
check it out.
Like,
look at it.
Dude, this dude's matured. How'd this happen overnight? I thought it was a thing. I thought that's how everybody did to get it bigger. You know what I mean? For a minute, but
hey, do you think that was the secret? You think that's what it is? Like, if you rub poison ivy on your twig and berries while you're about to go through puberty, that's like the secret.
I don't recommend that at all. At all. Very, very traumatizing. And you know what I like? Growing up, they tell you not to shower in hot water when you get poison oak. Like, that's a thing you just don't do.
Really?
Yeah. Because
I've never had poison oak, so I don't know what the thing. Yeah, no, I don't know. Is that a real thing? Like, you don't shower, or like, why don't you shower in hot water?
Yeah, that's good. Because what it does, it opens up your pores. Apparently, it opens up your pores, and then the oils and everything that secretes out of where you have it and goes into the rest of the part of your body. So now you don't even have it there. You got it in your face, and you got it on your back, between your fingers, between your toes, the little cracks in between your neck. Just all those little areas. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable, but at first you just
I do not want poison oak.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, you think you're a grown man at like fucking 10, and just it's not that way. Yeah, poison oak, buddy. Yeah, but yeah, most of my shit's from trauma, and but yeah, dude, those are some of my first memories.
Circling it back. Yeah, my shit's from trauma.
Trauma, yeah. And just throwing it out there, Sean. You saw some pictures. There's no pictures of my berries the size of grapefruits. That doesn't exist. So don't ask for them. I'm not yet. Don't care.
It'll be a Sorry for the Delay exclusive.
How much money you want to pay me for that, you weirdo? You're not getting that picture because there isn't one.
I'll pay you right now. Where's my card? I'll send it over.
It's not. Yeah. But yeah, man.
Oh man, buddy. All right, let's do this last topic. I can't even speak. Let's do this last topic. Device detox. I think that's what we both need at this point. I'll tell you that right now. We're in a fucking new day already. Congratulations.
Yeah, we made it.
You time traveled with us.
We made it.
You've made it to a new day, just as Joshua and I have made it to a new day.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. You went from one day to the next. I mean, I don't even know how we end this. We ended, today is April 29th. No, it's not. Not no more.
No, not no more. Sorry.
But device detox, buddy. So I think this is something that we can all maybe benefit from. I don't know. It just depends. If you do it for work or whatever, it's like it's just a part of your income or whatever. I get it. You can't really detach. But I saw a funny statistic when I was just kind of looking this up, just trying to like, how do you detach? A lot of people, or most people, the average a person touches their phone is 2,500 times. The average person taps on their phone over 2,000 times a day.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Because like if they're just going off of taps, then I completely understand. Because like if you take your phone, right, and you're just like, you're tapping it, right? You're kind of swiping, you're going different directions and stuff like that. That makes sense. I get it. It's a lot though. It's a fucking lot.
Yeah, it's a ton. It's a ton. And so I guess what I'm getting at is like, is there anything that, are you like self-aware as far as like, what's your limit for needing to detach from a device or like detox from a device? Do you have a limit on yourself? Do you feel it? Is it like an emotion? Is it a state of mind?
It's more of an emotional thing for me. I mean, to be fair, I'm not always on my phone, like within a given day. And that's mainly because there's really nothing on my phone that like keeps me entertained. Like I'm not like one of those people who like scroll Instagram all the time or scroll TikTok and stuff like that. Basically what I use my phone for is communicating with Joshua, the old lady, and then YouTube, Pornhub, the basics, the essentials.
Did you just say Pornhub? What? Did you say?
It took you a second, but you got it.
I was like, wait a second. I mean, what time is it again? Jesus, this is usually the time I'm on it too. So shit.
Late night pod. Yeah. Let's go. But no, seriously though. I mean, I don't really use my phone a lot. Like I do listen to a lot of music, so I am on Spotify like all the time.
Yeah, Spotify's probably your number one, right?
Yeah, that's probably my number one used app is Spotify. But other than that, no. Not really. Like I don't use my phone as often, but I know there is like a certain point with myself emotionally when I'm like, I've been on my phone too long. Like I'm just gonna sit here and just like use my imagination to jerk off, kind of thing.
There you go. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, what about you? Like, is there a mental note for you, or do you have a timer set? You seem like the kind of person who has a timer. To be honest.
I know, right? I do seem like no, when I throw up is when I know to just stop doing something. It's typically how it goes. Just stop. You can apply that to many things in life. Just when you throw up, you've probably gone too deep, or drank too much, or like just stop.
No, I haven't thrown up yet. Give me another one. Give me another one.
For phones and apps and all that, I'm kind of the same. It's just, I find myself getting frustrated the more I scroll. Like the deeper I get into the pages and the more I scroll, I'm just like, I find myself like, what am I doing and why am I doing it? And what's the purpose? What am I chasing? Am I chasing the next best picture or the next best sunset or the next best funny? Like, I just get frustrated at some point because what am I looking for? What am I literally chasing? So
Yeah.
sometimes I do
feel
reach that point when I'm scrolling. But the one thing I'm kind of captured by right now is just Amazon. Amazon's kind of captured me.
What are you looking at on Amazon?
It's funny because I look at electronics on Amazon. So like, even though I don't need headphones pop up, even though I don't need computer stuff. So I'm just like, I start scrolling.
They got you.
Yeah, it's like a book. And then you see 35% off, get it tomorrow. So it's like, it captures you. It hits your endorphins. It's almost like playing the slot machine at a fucking casino. It's like, every scroll you could find the better deal. It's like the wheels churning.
Good point.
It hits the endorphins.
Yeah.
It kind of gets it going for me. And luckily, like, I don't have a shit ton of money. I barely have any. Feel free to donate at any point. But
Joshua needs a new dishwasher.
my truck, no,
everybody, please
I mean,
help
dishwasher, truck, fucking everything's falling apart right now. My
point.
shower head just popped off the other day when I turned on the water.
Oh my God.
So everything's fine.
Hey, that's from you and your 15-hour showers.
I do take long showers. Yeah.
And he's not jerking off, everybody.
No,
he's not.
no, I don't
He's just in
even
there,
have soap
standing. I've seen it
for that.
He's just standing there.
Yeah. I ran out of baking powder and vinegar, so I can't even shower anymore. Like, just.
Oh man, you got to get off your Amazon addiction, though. I'll tell you that right now.
The Amazon's captured me.
Yeah, the Amazon's have captured.
It's got me captured. It gets me thinking.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that's probably my one thing. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Good luck.
I'm just about out of data, anyways. So I don't have all the limited data like John. So
there you go.
Kind of screwed, anyways.
Listen. Can we just say something real quick
Go for it.
on that subject here? The year is 2025. Hello, future listeners and past listeners. Joshua does not have an unlimited data plan.
I don't.
He is still in the past and has a set data limit.
I do.
Which it still baffles me. Joshua, there are services under $25 that you can get that have unlimited data.
Really?
And calling and texting.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
there are a few.
I was happy to see that like my texting and calling was unlimited. And I was like, yeah, when I looked at it today, because I got the notification, like, you only have 10% left. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, that's cool. But why? Okay. All right. There's a plan out there for me for this.
Yeah, there is. I'll send you some links after this.
Jesus.
Buddy, but let's end this episode.
Yeah.
Let's get to our fun finds, our fortunes. Let's fucking land this plane. We're already in a new fucking day. We're both exhausted. Thank you guys for listening. We do really appreciate it. Hopefully this didn't get too weird and we lost you as a subscriber. And if we have, we will do better next week. So
it always gets better. I mean, we're just getting better.
What do you got?
Going.
What do you got for the people, buddy? What are you going to show off today?
Okay, so this landed in my lap, and some of you watching are some of the new viewers. Some of you out there might know what this is. I don't know what this is, but apparently these are the new rave. They're like a Funko Pop, but they're like way bigger or something. I don't even know what it is.
What?
And I hope I can even just like say the name right, but I guess they call these things Labubus.
Oh, you got a Labubu.
And not only did I get a Labubu, I guess this Labubu is like a sought after Labubu because this is the Coca-Cola
Interesting.
Monster Labubu.
Okay, are you going to take it out of the box? Does it stay in the box?
So I guess, okay, on the back of it, there's like like Funkos, right? There's the exclusive one. I guess there's a secret one. There's all kinds of different ones. Like, I haven't decided if I'm going to take it out of the box yet. But apparently, like, some of these things go for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So let me know if you want.
How much is that one going for?
I don't even know. Like I said, it fell on my lap. This is my fun find. Like, so we'll see if this thing's worth anything.
All right.
And if anybody listening or anybody watching wants to like tell me how much this thing is worth, that'd be cool because apparently they're supposed to be worth money and they're really cool and they're kind of like Funkos or whatever. But yeah, that's my fun find, a Labubu.
I'm impressed. Very curious to know how much that one is too. I mean, I just did a quick Google search. I don't know which one you have currently. The ones that I'm seeing here, $40, maybe.
Okay.
I honestly, that could be wrong because I don't know which one you have there, but that's one of the one that was Coke.
Yeah, it's the Coca-Cola. So there's the happy factor. There's the surprise factor.
Interesting. I mean, it is cool though. Congratulations on your first little
boo. Yeah.
Are you gonna wear it like on your belt?
I don't even know what you're supposed to do with these. Like, are they like a charm? Like,
you're supposed to go out into the world and rep what you claim. You know, you gotta just.
Maybe I'll open it up next week. We'll see. Maybe my fun find for next week will be me opening that and finding out it's worth like $1. You know, like some of the fucking mystery Funkos I got.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Joshua, my fun find for the week here. Let's see if this works. I haven't tested it.
Oh man,
there you go.
I'm jealous.
Oh, yeah. She a little fuck.
Dare you?
Little screen. This is the Mr. Peanut Funko. Fix that right there. There we go. Joshua, this is from a movie called The Electric State on Netflix that came out. This is a Funko exclusive. It is Mr. Peanut. There he is in all his glory. But Joshua, I don't know if you saw this movie yet or if you haven't seen it. Like, you did watch it? You did watch this movie?
I did.
Oh my God, and you didn't even tell me, Joshua. We have to talk. We'll talk about it next week, even though I'm showing it right now. It's kind of disappointing, but whatever. Movie's basically about AI taking over and starting wars with humans, which is a really cool concept. I think the movie fell flat, but it was still an enjoyable ride, and one of the characters in there is Mr. Peanut himself. So that is my Funko for the week. Beautiful. I love him. And yeah, not much more to it. So there you go.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, what's funny, Sean, is I was going to buy that one as well and show that off here on the podcast. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't buy it, but at the same time, I'm happy that you did because it's a very cool piece.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. I am a big fan of peanuts, so having an anatomic peanut is kind of like a lifelong dream for me. If I could get it signed by Mr. Peanut himself, I would be in heaven. So we'll see. One day. Joshua, let's give the people some fortunes and some lucky numbers, and then we'll send them off with your monologue, and hopefully nothing gets crazy.
Oh, it's all gonna get crazy. That's how it happens. All right, let's hit him with the dirty. I mean, it's late enough. We can get dirty. And it's your first time watching. These are dirty fortune cookies. So they're supposed to be pretty rated R, rated X, kind of silly. Sometimes I even I bleep myself because it's a little too inappropriate to say on screen. So
he does, and it's a thing.
I have to edit myself. Ugh. Here we go. Let's see what this little cookie has to offer us today. Last week I had a hard time speaking. This week,
yeah, he did. Like I told you last week, buddy. Like I told you last week, I think every week you're going to do great things, and you're going to read it right the first time, and then I get sad. So I have all the faith in you, my dude. Lay it on us.
Here we go.
Give it to us.
All right. So your dirty fortune for today's episode on April 29th, episode 83 is: an evening of rough makeup sex magically heals the relationship with your cellmate.
With your soulmate? Is that what you said? Soulmate?
I said, okay. I'll say it again.
Joshua, give me that fortune one more time.
People in the back.
As every week.
Sometimes I got a wide tongue. It gets in the way. It serves its purposes in other places, but when I speak, it gets in the way. Okay? It's the first time I've said that. It's wide.
I can confirm.
It's wide, yes. It gets between all of the toes. I will try this one more time for the people in the back.
For the people like me. Yes.
An evening of rough makeup sex magically heals the relationship with you and your cellmate.
And your cellmate. Got it. Okay. All right. That is dirty.
There you go.
But, you know, maybe Tyrone or Jimmy John. You know,
Jimmy John. Yeah, don't bunk with the Jimmy John, man.
Facts. Let me give the people some lucky numbers. Feel free, guys, to use these for whatever nefarious reasons you would like. 7 lucky numbers for you. They are as followed: 8, 10, 11, 14, 25, 46, and 47. Once again, those lucky numbers are 8, 10, 11, 14, 25, 46, and 47. If you win something, let us know. That'd be really cool. But, Joshua, with that being said, let's go ahead and land this plane. Give the people their final words. Let them know how you're feeling or what you want them to do. Where do you want them to congregate? Who do you want them to go after? What do you got to say, buddy?
I don't have to say much, but I just, we got to land the plane, man. And this is the toughest time of the night for me every single time because I do my best to put out the words of wisdom, But it's like 12:30 at night. I don't got much to say. I'm just tired. And depending on when you're listening, you're probably tired too. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Tell a friend. Let's grow the community. Come to the website. Check out the songs. And I love all of you. And don't put poison oak on your twig and berries because you will regret it later.
There you go. Words have never been more true than what Joshua just stated. With that being said, thank you again, guys, for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sticking up with us. Thank you for joining us in a new day.
Yeah.
That's a first. That's a podcast first. So we appreciate that. Sorry for the Little Late Out Live. Come check out the transcript. Read all this shit. Have fun with us. Merch coming out real soon. Joshua, I just have one last thing for you before we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Why did the cost of new tires go up?
It's got to be something with rubber. But lay it on me, buddy.
Inflation.
Jesus.
There you go, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bright and early. Have a good one. Stay safe. We love you. Deuces.